Before we hop into the video, I just wanted to ask you guys if you wanted to see maybe some content on this thing. We can do a full walk around. I actually did a lot of modifications to it since you guys last saw it. New turbo, new fuel system, new tune obviously, and it's a whole different animal. Obviously it's a 2JZ swap, you guys know who know, and those who don't, 2JZ swap. It's a pretty sweet car, it's an animal honestly, so yeah, just let me know if you guys want to see it a little bit more on the channel. I would love to do some videos on it. At least I haven't driven it, started it, anything in months. I gotta say, building cars is fun, but driving them and enjoying them is way more fun. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to see some content on it. Obviously you guys saw the 350Z I got in the last video, but that car's not really too interesting. I still don't really know what I want to do. Obviously I'm trying to sell it, so if you guys want to buy it, let me know. But with all that being said, let's jump to the shop. Let's get some work done on the GTR.
Now, all in all, this is a good foundation for a GTR.
What do you think, Woods? All right, quarter panel's on. Honestly, fitting up really good. Yeah, it's really damn good. Today I'm just struggling, man. It's just one of those days. I'm moving slow. There's so much on my to-do list, but I don't feel like doing anything. 2 hours later, haven't done a single thing, just been sitting here. Actually fell asleep in this chair for about half an hour. Making some progress here finally. I've started to recreate this like inner wheelhouse piece. Decided to make it out of one piece, at least the first little flange part. Definitely tricky. This part goes basically on the inside of the quarter panel and then butts up, you know, on the flange of the quarter panel itself. But you can kind of see I'm getting there. It's actually pretty close. But yeah, this is where I'm at. Very difficult piece to make, very tricky, but we're gonna make it happen. We have no other choice. Got this piece actually fitted up really nicely on the inside. I actually kind of cheated myself a little bit. I actually cut some notches just on the top, just to make the radius a lot easier to make. I was getting there, but it was just like I was fixing it here, and then I had to work on another spot. And once I fixed that next spot, I had to then go, you know what I mean? I was kind of chasing myself a little bit. Well, we've got a lip on there again, and I measured this as 16 mil under here, 16 mil on the quarter, so it definitely has enough surface on each side to get a good spot weld between the both, so I'm not too worried about that. Probably just go ahead and just knock away all this rust on the edge here and just get a nice clean surface, and then kind of work and kind of shape everything in place to get them attached. But yeah, you can kind of see here what I was talking about, my relief cuts. Kind of cheated the system. I'm gonna attempt to make it in one piece on that side again, and hopefully it just goes better. But yeah, I just started chasing myself, and I was like, man, at this point, let's just go ahead and just do it this way.
That is noisy.
Woo! All right, guys, next day, making a bit of progress here. I haven't filmed too much just because let's be real, I have a whole other side to do, so you'll be able to see plenty of it. And I'm sure you don't want to see the same thing twice. You can see I've started to make some progress here. It's looking pretty good actually. clearly still a lot more to do. So obviously doing something for the first time is always gonna be a lot trickier, and you're figuring out basically the best way to go about it with the tools and stuff you have at your disposal. I was just pondering and thinking about this back corner piece. It's just gonna be, man, it's gonna be tricky with this. There's so much going on. So now the way to go ahead and now connect this would be a spot weld all the way around. And that's what we're gonna do. Just have to figure out where I'm gonna find a spot welder. And don't say the Harbor Freight ones, because those are absolute junk. I would never weld a car together with those. Although it'll probably be fine, but let's be real, I don't wanna use a Harbor Freight welder, spot welder, to build my GTR. So hopefully you guys can understand that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead now, and next task, get you guys a light and you can actually see something. So yeah, that's what I'm working with now. I'm actually gonna be switching gears from where we left off with the whole inner wheelhouse, because I actually had to drop off my welding gas bottle to get filled. So I am not currently doing any welding. We're totally changing positioning. We're coming up here to the front of the car. For right now, you can see we have quite a bit of rust up in here as well. So down in that little pocket under there, you can see, I'm sure we'll find some surprises under here. I guess we'll find out, because I'm taking it off. Listen to this. Ready? Can you guys hear this? A lot of crunching going on in there. I wonder what that means.
Rust is to a minimal. This is a good foundation for a GTR.
Ooh, all right. This is awesome, man. The GTR that never stops giving. You know what I mean? What a nice car. Another PSA for those who don't know. Please don't jack up on your frame rails. Get yourself a wooden block. Get yourself a hockey puck. Yeah, so here we go. Now comes the fun part. I mean, look at the buildup of rust there, man. This is, I mean, you know, makes sense. ABS unit, it's gonna leak. This is the side of the ABS unit. I'm gonna go ahead and just start restoring this piece, and it's bowed there because it's been crushed in the bottom. So gonna do our best to get this thing looking good. You can actually see that they used a jack stand, and there's only one impression that I can see. It's not like they used it several times. So that just goes to tell you that even just lowering your car once on a jack stand in the wrong spot can do some damage, man. That sucks. I would be upset. If anyone's curious, this is the size of a large drink at Whataburger. Pretty ridiculous if you think about it. Kind of like to figure out how the rust happened. I don't know if anyone else cares, but I was thinking about it. I don't think it's the brake fluid, because if you look, it would have rusted up here. And it does. I think the brake fluid rust started from about here back, because it's rusted all the way to the top of this piece, and it's really rusty. It's super bad there, so that makes sense. But up here, I think it was coming from this hole. I think just the water and the salt and the moisture and it just started to bleed through. Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just rusty. So that's just, I guess, the gist of it. That's all that really matters. Doesn't really matter how it rusts. Just what I expected. Oh, and I had to take this out separately. These studs had to come out separately. Oh, dude, I mean, come on. This is just, what a mission. What a freaking mission. It's 11 at night. Been here all day. Cleaned all this stuff up. Good. And then this came out really nice, actually. Check this thing out. It's like a brand new rail. Oh, and by the way, sandblasting took, oh, just, it was ridiculous. Actually, it was pretty silly how long it took. Anyway, looks good. All the rust is gone. Can't see anything. It's like switching from 420 to 1080. Taking those things off. Got this all flattened up really nice. I mean, really good. Oh, it's just, it's so satisfying. You know those little bits left with the spot weld tool that doesn't get drilled out? I always grind those down because if you think about it, the same amount of rust is gonna be behind that as the rest of the stuff, right?
What I'm going to try and do is replicate.
Okay, so this part right here, I already chopped it out and had to rebuild this. I had to rebuild this lower portion down here. You guys can kind of see. I did this a while ago. I don't even know if I filmed it. The rust on the floor here, that I'll deal with later. It's looking really good. You guys can see, hang on, can you see on the, looks pretty good. So all the rust is gone.
Rust is to a minimal.
Just leaves us with one more task, and then, man, all this stuff in the engine bay, man, it's pretty hectic. So yeah, this is just looking really good. I'm happy with it. Man, we're making great progress on the GTR. It is coming along really well. It's honestly hard for me to see the progress, to kind of step back and look at it and be like, wow, I've done a lot, just because I'm just so caught up and busy and working on the thing. It's tough. But I do think I'm making some decent progress, and I can kind of maybe start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, which is pretty exciting. But I still have a lot of work ahead of me. So with all that being said, I appreciate you guys watching, sticking around until the end. If you guys are still here, that really helps me out, helps the channel out. Give a like if you guys enjoyed, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. I also have some merch and Patreon links down below if you guys are interested in helping out the channel, helping out me, helping out the build. It really does make a difference, and I do appreciate you. So, it's hot out here. It's like 100 degrees. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Thank you.